Real Madrid's Club World Cup debut was more than just a football match. It was a clash of ambitions between two continental giants. It was also the first test for two new captains at the helm. Xabi Alonso, with his vision to revolutionize Real Madrid, and Simone Inzaghi, bringing European grit to an Al Hilal side many considered the underdog. Real Madrid's intention was crystal clear from the very beginning. They came to win it all. But turbulence struck early, right in front of Thibaut Courtois' goal. With two new faces in a back four still finding its rhythm, Real's defense looked anything but settled. And even without Alexander Mitrovic, Al Hilal had Marcos Leonardo, a name that sent early shivers down the spines of Madridistas worldwide. Wave after wave, Al Hilal pressed forward with fearless intent. Their star man, Salem Al-Dawsari, tormented Real's right flank, exposing vulnerabilities and reminding newcomers like Alexander-Arnold and Dean Huijsen that wearing the white shirt of Los Blancos doesn't guarantee an easy ride. One moment of fortune spared Real. A well-timed offside flag denied Renan Lodi after a clever through ball, but the danger was far from over. It felt like Alexander-Arnold might have nightmares about this night, and if he does, they'll surely feature Al-Dawsari spinning past him again and again. Thankfully, Aurelien Tchouameni stepped up with a crucial intervention just in time. From that chaos came a flash of brilliance. Real Madrid hit back with a swift counter-attack. Rodrigo burst down the right, delivering a pinpoint cross for Gonzalo Garcia, who made no mistake in guiding the ball into the net. But the celebration was short-lived. Raul Asensio, already looking shaky, was caught in two minds inside the box. In trying to recover, he brought down Leonardo, and the referee pointed straight to the spot. From 12 yards out, Ruben Neves made no mistake. Calm, composed, clinical. 1-1. A powerful message from Al Hilal. We're not here just to participate. And Real Madrid? They were hanging on by a thread. Just before the halftime whistle, Al-Dawsari nearly completed the shock with a strike that shaved the post. Every minute passed and Real's defense looked more entangled, more fragile, like a house of cards swaying in the wind. At the break, Xabi Alonso needed something special, and he turned to the left foot of Arda Güler, replacing the hesitant Asensio. And the young magician nearly delivered. A curling effort struck the crossbar, and moments later, Bono produced a miraculous save right on the goal line after a sharp strike from Gonzalo Garcia. The chances were there. The effort was there. The luck? Not quite. Real pushed forward, desperate for a breakthrough. But Al Hilal kept finding their moments, and Leonardo almost shattered the dream with a thunderous strike of his own. The message was loud and clear. Wake up, Real Madrid. Stay grounded. This isn't over. Arda Güler, for all his flicks and flair, kept trying to cast a spell, but the stage tonight didn't seem built for young wizards. Meanwhile, every time the ball found Alexander-Arnold, doubts grew. A €10 million move to secure just 1 month of his services. And yet, he looked out of sync, overwhelmed. With Al-Dawsari still lurking, Real Madrid needed something more certain. And then finally, a glimmer of hope. A chaotic scramble in Al Hilal's box, and Fran Garcia went down under a high arm. The referee paused, consulted VAR, and after a tense review, pointed to the spot. Penalty for Real Madrid. The stadium held its breath. Valverde stepped up, but tonight wasn't meant to be. Bono, ice in his veins, guessed right, stretched wide, and parried Valverde's shot. The same Bono who once crushed Spanish dreams 3 years ago did it again, this time to the mighty Madridistas. From that moment on, it was only desperation. Long balls, blocked shots, half chances, but no magic, no miracle. Just the bitter taste of frustration, and perhaps a quiet sense of relief. Because if it had been Mitrovic instead of Leonardo on the other end of those Al Hilal chances, the result could have been far worse. There are debuts that bring hope, and others that raise questions. Real Madrid's 1-1 draw with Al Hilal on the day Xabi Alonso officially took charge gave us a bit of both. Hard Rock Stadium in Miami was supposed to be the grand stage for Real Madrid to flaunt their European royalty. But instead, 90 minutes against Al Hilal ended with the haunting image of Valverde's penalty being read like a book by Bono. And just like that, Los Blancos failed to extend their winning streak over Arab clubs. Of course, the excuses came flooding in from Madrid. Xabi Alonso had only a handful of training sessions with the squad. Injuries had depleted key positions. Major players like Endrick, Ferland Mendy, Camavinga, and Alaba were all still far from peak condition. But when the final whistle blew, the numbers didn't lie, and they didn't flatter Real Madrid either, especially when the opponent was only Al Hilal. Statistically speaking, Madrid held more possession, 53%, fired 19 shots with 7 on target, compared to 13 attempts and just 2 on-target efforts from Al Hilal. On paper, they looked dominant. But under the lights of Miami, Real Madrid looked anything but ruthless. They lacked sharpness, and when their system stalled, there were very few Plan Bs in sight. Meanwhile, Al Hilal, under new boss Simone Inzaghi, weren't just here to play a supporting role in Madrid's show. They came prepared, disciplined, and laser-focused. With just 47% possession and 468 passes completed at 84% accuracy, the Saudi side executed Inzaghi's Serie A mindset to near perfection, a compact shape, tactical discipline, and incisive counterattacks. They didn't hesitate to get physical either, 3 yellow cards compared to Madrid's 1, proving their willingness to fight tooth and nail to disrupt the Spanish giants. Truthfully, if not for a few stellar saves from Thibaut Courtois and favorable refereeing decisions, Madrid could have been punished far earlier. Yes, the quality of individuals like Vinicius and Rodrigo is undeniable, but the longer you watched, the clearer it became. This Real Madrid is still haunted by the scars of last season, still a team searching for direction. To be fair, Xabi Alonso hasn't had time to fully imprint his footballing philosophy. The compact control, the lightning transitions, the fluid intelligence he preached so beautifully at Leverkusen. He's brought in a few fresh faces, but the structure is still raw. For now, it's individual brilliance carrying the load, and tonight that brilliance wasn't sharp enough. Vinicius and Valverde both came up just short. On the other side, Simone Inzaghi couldn't have asked for a better debut. After a crushing 5-0 defeat to PSG in Munich, he's reignited belief in an Al Hilal squad already filled with talent. Malcolm, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, Ruben Neves. This is a team that scored 95 goals in the Saudi Pro League last season, so it wasn't shocking that they found the back of Real's net. What's changed is their steel. Under Inzaghi, Al Hilal know how to suffer, how to absorb pressure, and, most crucially, how to punish the opposition when they least expect it. Their 10 fouls, 2 offsides drawn, and 6 corners earned weren't random. They were signs of a team playing at near-European standards, tactically sound, mentally resilient, and ready to spring the trap. And that's not good news for Xabi Alonso. With Pachuca and Red Bull Salzburg still to come in Group H, another misstep could place Real Madrid in genuine danger of failing to make it past the group stage. A stage they were expected to breeze through. As Madrid leave Miami, questions are already mounting. From inside the dressing room, from the fans, from the Bernabeu itself. Patience may be extended to Xabi Alonso, but the pressure to deliver results is non-negotiable in this club. That's just the Bernabeu way. A draw against Al Hilal is far from a disaster, but it's a stark warning. The road to rebuilding Real Madrid will be anything but smooth. Not even in a tournament they once ruled like kings, the Club World Cup.